What if a single deal could shake the map of the Middle East? What if Iran actually bought the S-400 before new sanctions? You might think it's just a rumor, but timing says otherwise. Stick around till the end, the truth might shock you. Iran's skies have been wounded since the Shah's time. For years, it's chased radars, missiles, and survival. It bought the S-300, but threats kept evolving fast. Now it seeks a real shield. The Russian beast, S-400. The S-400 isn't just hype, it's a layered hunter. Built for stealth, drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic threats. With phased array radar, it watches hundreds of kilometers. F-35 pilots say it's the worst nightmare on any map. But on paper is one thing, in the field is another. Turkey bought it, but NATO pressure blocked activation. India owns it too, but hasn't fully deployed it yet. Iran knows buying it is easy. Using it is harder. So the real question is, will Russia actually sell it? Some say yes, right before the sanctions hit hard. Some say no, Moscow won't cross that red line. Selling to Iran might re-trigger Western sanctions on Russia, but Iran isn't waiting. Secret visits have told the story. Reports say its envoy visited the factory days ago. It's a race against time before diplomacy's window shuts. You see? This isn't fiction. The clock is truly ticking. If Russia sells, Israel's air dominance begins to collapse. Its first strike doctrine depends entirely on the A-35. The S-400 changes the rules low, high, hidden, fast. Suddenly, no aircraft is safe, not even the F-22. So why would Russia take the risk? The gains are huge. Selling to Iran aligns Moscow with the anti-West bloc. It gets defense income, regional leverage, real-world testing. But it may also get fresh sanctions and deeper isolation. Now imagine the opposite. What if Russia says no again? It would mean Iran is still too risky to trust. Then Iran returns to its own systems, its homegrown plans, and enters a phase of deep self-sufficiency at any cost. That's when China steps in like a shadow in motion. If both Russia and China supply jets and air defense, Iran suddenly jumps 2 decades ahead, no strings attached. 5th-gen fighters with layered defense? A real nightmare. The tension you feel? It's not regional, it's global. And Iran with J-31 and S-400 isn't just deterrent. It becomes a power hub in the world's oil artery, and every small conflict could turn international overnight. But let's flip it again. What if neither one helps? What if Russia and China both say not now? Iran goes into full localization non-stop, no deadlines. Slower maybe, but deeper, stronger, and sanction-proof. That path is hard, but it brings one key reward. Operational independence, no favors. No export delays, no backdoors. Only pure national defense, etched deep into the soil. Like North Korea, but with oil money and Persian pride. Back to the S-400. Can it really spot F-35s? Technically, yes, if placement and training are correct. But the US isn't naive, it knows how to dodge. It'll blind it, jam it, or strike before it boots. Now emotion enters. Iran's threat isn't brute power. Its danger is unpredictability. It listens to no one. A nation tired of siege isn't just a country anymore. It becomes creative, dangerous, even incomprehensible. If S-400 arrives, Iran's skies become near no-fly zones. Israel and US planning must entirely shift direction. No more quick strikes or clean exits in 1 hour. Everything becomes costlier in lives, time, and politics. What about neighbors? Saudi, UAE, Bahrain, even Azerbaijan. They'll chase advanced systems too for balance and defense. An arms race ignites like fire on an oil field. and these races rarely end without deadly mistakes. China? It profits silently more sales, less Western grip. Russia? Gains prestige among anti-NATO buyers worldwide. Iran? Gains respect, maybe even dangerous overconfidence. The West? Now must defend in a game it once led. But don't think Russia moves without calculation. Every step is weighed. It seeks influence, not chaos. Power, not new sanctions. Selling S-400 might even burn its Ukraine bargaining chip, or provoke Israeli retaliation in Syria or Armenia. You may ask, why now? Why not 5 years ago? Back then, Iran wasn't desperate, now it's existential. Back then, Russia was cautious, now it's broke and bold. It feels like the stars are suddenly aligning all at once. If you've stayed with us, here's the twist in the tale. Even if the S-400 never comes, its fear has. Just the rumor can force enemies to redraw plans. And that before a single launch is a weapon. You may never see the S-400 on TV, ever. No parade, no launch, no big antennas on hills. But beyond the mountains, deep in tunnels, numbers may tell. True power simmers quietly unseen, unheard, unshaken. Now it's your turn to think beyond the headlines. Don't just ask, did Iran buy it? Ask, why now? Ask, who benefits? Who fears? Who's silently watching? This isn't just a missile story, it's a full rewrite. When history shifts, it doesn't scream, it whispers like radar. In that silence, maybe Iran is reshaping its place. Not for war, but so its voice won't fade away. Nations don't move by shouting, but by lasting resolve. So what's the next step? That's the truly scary part. Because silence doesn't mean peace, and movement isn't always war. But one thing's certain, Iran won't wait anymore. Whether they sell or not, the game has changed forever. This isn't just about a single contract, not even close. Behind the scene are dozens of calculations and quiet trades. Between words and actions lies a world of difference. And in that space, anything can suddenly become real. One small spark could set every calculation on fire. One contract, one flight, one radar shipment at midnight. When uncertainty grows, safety is replaced by fear. And fear is a bigger enemy than any missile ever made.